Have you ever wondered how star clusters are born and what secrets they hold about the universe? These dazzling stellar gatherings are more than just beautiful sights in the night sky. They're living records of cosmic history and evolution. What drives their creation, and how do they shape the galaxies around them? Join us as we uncover the fascinating processes behind the formation and evolution of star clusters, and explore the mysteries they reveal about the vast cosmos. The birth of star clusters in molecular clouds. Star clusters originate in cold, vast regions of interstellar space known as molecular clouds. These dense, cool regions consist of gas and dust and are the birthplaces of stars. When the conditions align, gravity takes control, pulling the gas and dust into clumps. Over time, these clumps grow denser, leading to intense pressure and heat. Eventually, nuclear fusion ignites within them, creating new stars. This process doesn't form individual stars alone, it gives rise to entire clusters born from the same cloud. The size and density of the molecular cloud determine the type of cluster formed. Massive clouds often produce globular clusters, tightly packed with hundreds of thousands of stars. In contrast, smaller clouds form open clusters, which are loosely organized with only a few dozen to a few thousand stars. Regardless of the type, all clusters begin with the gravitational collapse of a molecular cloud. However, this formation process can be turbulent. Events like supernova explosions or stellar winds can trigger or accelerate the collapse. These shock waves compress parts of the cloud, creating dense pockets that initiate star formation. At the same time, forming stars emit energy and radiation that counteract the surrounding material. This feedback eventually clears away the leftover gas and dust, leaving behind a cluster of young stars. These stars are bound together by gravity, at least temporarily. Over millions of years, the unused material disperses, leaving a group of stars sharing the same age and composition. This marks the beginning of the star cluster's life, setting the stage for their shared evolution in space. Open clusters, characteristics and lifespan. Open clusters are among the most fascinating star groups in the galaxy. These clusters consist of stars that form together from the same molecular cloud, making them cosmic families. Typically loose and irregular in shape, they contain anywhere from a few dozen to a few thousand stars and are primarily located in the galactic disk, particularly in the spiral arms where star formation is still active. What makes them unique is their youth, ranging in age from just a few million to a few billion years. A key feature of open clusters is their diversity. While the stars are at different stages of evolution, they all share a common formation time, making them invaluable for studying stellar evolution under similar initial conditions. Massive, short-lived stars coexist with smaller, longer-lasting ones, and the cluster's metal-rich composition reflects their formation from material enriched by earlier star generations. Over time, open clusters lose their cohesiveness. Weak gravitational bonds leave them vulnerable to external forces like the pull of nearby stars or molecular clouds, causing their stars to drift away in a process called evaporation. Over hundreds of millions of years, the clusters disperse entirely, scattering their stars across the galaxy. Despite this, the stars retain the chemical signature of their shared origin, subtly linking them even as they travel independently. Open clusters offer a glimpse into the galaxy's life cycle. They capture star formation in progress, showing how stars are born, evolve, and spread through the Milky Way. Each cluster tells a story of creation, transformation, and dispersal, showcasing the ever-changing cosmos. Globular clusters, ancient relics of the universe. Globular clusters are among the oldest structures in the universe, with ages typically ranging from 10 to 13 billion years. These densely packed spherical groups of stars are cosmic relics, nearly as old as the universe itself. Each cluster contains hundreds of thousands or even millions of stars tightly bound by gravity, giving them their distinctive spherical shape. They are found orbiting the outer regions of galaxies in the galactic halo, or near a galaxy's central bulge. The stars in globular clusters reveal insights into the early universe. Predominantly older and low mass, these stars have very low metallicity, formed from primordial gas before heavier elements were abundant. Surprisingly, many globular clusters show evidence of multiple stellar populations, suggesting they experienced more than one wave of star formation, adding complexity to their history. The dense environments of globular clusters significantly influence their stars. Close proximity often leads to gravitational interactions, creating phenomena like blue stragglers, stars that appear younger and hotter than the rest of the cluster, likely formed from collisions or mergers. Such dynamics make globular clusters ideal laboratories for studying stellar evolution and interactions. Beyond individual stars, globular clusters provide key insights into galaxy formation and evolution. As cosmic time capsules, they preserve clues about the early conditions of galaxies. By analyzing their orbits, compositions, and stellar populations, astronomers can reconstruct the assembly history of galaxies like the Milky Way, unraveling the story of stars, galaxies, and the cosmos. The role of stellar evolution in cluster dynamics. The evolution of stars significantly influences the dynamics of star clusters over time. When a star cluster forms, its stars begin with similar ages and compositions, but as they evolve, they alter the cluster's structure. The most massive stars burn through their fuel quickly, evolving first and often ending in supernova explosions. These events eject outer layers into space, leaving behind remnants like neutron stars or black holes and disrupting the cluster's gravitational balance. In open clusters, supernova explosions can lead to a loss of gravitational binding. The ejected mass reduces the gravitational pull holding the cluster together, causing it to weaken, and making its stars more likely to drift away over time. In globular clusters, where stars are densely packed, gravitational interactions stabilize the cluster, but also drive phenomena like mass segregation, where massive stars migrate toward the center. Evolving stars release energy and material, enriching their surroundings. Red giants shed outer layers, adding heavier elements to the cluster and occasionally creating planetary nebulae that briefly illuminate the region. Meanwhile, radiation and stellar winds from evolved stars can drive away remaining gas, especially in a cluster's early stages. This feedback shapes the cluster's long-term structure and stability. Over billions of years, stellar evolution, gravitational interactions, and external forces transform a cluster's makeup. Some stars are ejected, while others merge or form exotic objects like blue stragglers. These processes reveal not only the life cycles of stars but also the dynamic nature of star clusters. Star clusters are not static. They are constantly evolving systems shaped by the stars within them. Star cluster dissolution. The end of an era. Star clusters, though beautiful and enduring, are not eternal. Over time, they undergo a process called dissolution, where their gravitational bonds weaken, causing stars to drift apart. This process can take millions or billions of years, depending on the cluster type and its environment. Open clusters, with their loose structures and smaller star counts, are particularly vulnerable and often dissolve within a few 100 million years. Several factors drive the dissolution of star clusters. One key factor is the galaxy's gravitational pull. As a cluster orbits the galactic center, tidal forces strip stars from its outer edges, slowly eroding its structure. Encounters with massive objects like other clusters or molecular clouds further destabilize the cluster and accelerate its breakup. Within the cluster itself, interactions between stars contribute to its disintegration. Gravitational tugs between stars alter their velocities and some gain enough speed to escape, a process called evaporation. This is especially common in smaller clusters with weaker gravitational pulls. As more stars escape, the cluster loses mass, making it increasingly difficult for the remaining stars to stay bound. Globular clusters, being denser and more massive, dissolve more slowly but are not immune to this fate. Over billions of years they lose stars through evaporation and tidal interactions. While they survive far longer than open clusters, even globular clusters eventually fade. However, the stars from dissolved clusters don't disappear. They spread out into the galaxy, merging with the general stellar population. Rather than an ending, the dissolution of a star cluster marks a transformation, as its stars continue their journey and contribute to the galaxy's evolution. The influence of star clusters on galactic evolution. Star clusters are not just stunning star collections. They play a crucial role in the evolution of galaxies. From their birth in molecular clouds to their eventual dispersal, clusters interact with their surroundings, influencing their host galaxy's structure, composition, and dynamics. When clusters form, especially in large numbers, they can trigger further star formation by compressing nearby gas clouds with the energy released from young, massive stars. Globular clusters in particular are ancient relics from the early universe and hold clues about galaxy formation billions of years ago. Orbiting in the halo and bulge of galaxies, their distribution, motion, and composition reveal a galaxy's history. For example, the Milky Way's globular clusters show evidence of past mergers with smaller galaxies, tracing how the galaxy grew over time. As clusters age and dissolve, their stars don't vanish but spread into the galaxy, enriching it with their shared chemical signatures. These stars become part of the galaxy's spiral arms, disk, or halo, adding to its diversity. Metals produced by earlier stars and clusters also recycle into new stars and planets, driving the galaxy's chemical evolution. Even dense globular clusters influence galactic dynamics. Their interactions with the galactic core or other clusters can impact the motion of stars on a larger scale. As they lose stars to tidal forces, they leave behind streams of stars, known as tidal streams, which further reveal how galaxies grow and evolve. From their formation to dissolution, star clusters are vital in connecting the life cycles of stars to the grand processes shaping galaxies and the cosmos. Star clusters as cosmic time capsules. Star clusters are like natural time capsules, preserving invaluable information about the evolution of stars, galaxies, and the universe itself. Each cluster reflects the conditions of its formation, with stars that originated from the same molecular cloud at the same time and with similar chemical compositions. This shared history allows astronomers to study clusters as single units, offering unique insights into stellar and galactic evolution over billions of years. Open clusters, for instance, are relatively young, ranging from a few million to a few billion years old. They provide a glimpse into recent star-forming activity in the galaxy. With stars at different life stages but the same age, these clusters are perfect for studying how mass and composition influence stellar evolution. This makes them invaluable for understanding the processes shaping the Milky Way's spiral arms and disk. Globular clusters, by contrast, are ancient relics from the early universe, typically 10 to 13 billion years old. Their stars formed from pristine material with low metallicity, offering a window into the universe's first few billion years. These clusters, distributed in the galactic halo, reveal clues about galaxy assembly and the mergers of smaller systems that shaped larger galaxies like the Milky Way. As star clusters age and dissolve, their stars retain the chemical fingerprints of their shared origins. These dispersed stars help astronomers trace the history of their parent clusters and their galaxies. Star clusters, whether open or globular, are more than beautiful cosmic groupings. They are vital records of the past. By bridging the gap between the distant past and the dynamic present, they help us understand the evolution of stars, galaxies, and the universe itself. That's a wrap on our exploration of how star clusters form, evolve, and reveal the secrets of the universe. These celestial wonders are not just beautiful, they're windows into the past and keys to understanding our cosmic origins. If you enjoyed this journey through the stars, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to InnoVision Tech. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep discovering the wonders of the universe with us.